going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. You know who it is by now.
Jimothy.
Now, ladies and gents, we are back, and so are trap cards. They are back with a vengeance, and trap cards are very good right now. And as we have seen a lot of other YouTubers talk about, is the fact that we're going into a more control style type of meta. Hence why I wanted to do this video on 3 trap cards that could potentially be a very interesting inclusion in some of the decks you might be building. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. So the first trap card I want to talk about, ladies and gents, is Warning Point. Now this card reads as if a card is summoned or a monster is summoned, you can negate that monster's effects for the rest of the term, and it cannot be used as a Synchro, XYZ, Link or Fusion material. Now this is a very powerful card, especially if you attack their opponent's normal summon. It can be very difficult to play around, and it can be a bit of a blowout. Now obviously trap cards by nature are designed for going first or potentially going second during the right circumstances, but this card in particular is very powerful, something that you need to be aware of. And with things like virtual world running around, it can be an absolute blowout for those types of decks, so definitely something to keep your eye on. Now, if there's something you should know about me, is I love rogue options, and this card fits that criteria perfectly. The card is Dimension Slice, a normal trap card that's able to be activated going second. So what this card allows you to do is target one monster your opponent controls and banish that target if a monster is special summoned to your field. Now if that monster is an XYZ monster, you can activate this card the turn it was set, which is very powerful, especially in decks like Virtual World, for example. I know I'm mentioning them a lot, but they seem to be hot on everybody's radar. You're allowed to basically banish one of your opponent's monsters for free just for summoning an XYZ monster, which is just absolutely crazy. So definitely something you should be aware of. And decks that like to special summon on your opponent's turn, for example Prank Kids, is very applicable going first as well. So a very versatile card in the right circumstances, and something that you should consider probably taking into your deck. Now the last card I wanted to talk about is Boom Palin, a very unique trap card that has a unique effect. Now this card actually reads, activate this card by choosing one unused monster zone. If an effect monster is special summoned to that zone, return both the monster in that zone and this card to the hand. So it's kind of like compulsory evacuation device, apart from it chooses the monster zone instead of the monster itself. Now the reason why this card is very unique and something that you could potentially put into your deck is the fact that it does not specify a main monster zone. It says monster zone, so you can actually use the extra monster zone. So cards like Predaplant Verte Anaconda, Appaloosa, Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax, anything that would be special summoned to the extra monster zone would more likely be able to just be bounced straight back to the extra deck, and you not having to deal with that problem. So something that you could potentially take into your deck. Now obviously there are a few trap cards that go without saying. Ice Dragon's Prison, Infinite Impermanence, Dimensional Barrier, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Strike. All those types of cards are definitely staples that you would typically find in a meta deck, but the cards that I suggested, ladies and gents, are not necessarily on people's radars, and it's always nice to have a different option. The main point that I'm trying to get to is trap cards are actually pretty good at the moment, so expect to see a lot more of them in your locals or potentially at a regional level should you be so lucky as to attend one. So ladies and gents, we find ourselves at the end of another video. Are there any trap cards that you think I should have mentioned in a video like this that are very useful? Definitely get at me in that comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, you know what to do by now. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I would definitely see you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.